So today we will continue on the SQL part, and as I mentioned, as a Mulesoft developer, you need not require to be expert in SQL, but you should have some basic understanding on the SQL part. Okay. Sometime you need to connect with database. Your target system will be database, and you need to perform some operation on table and all. So generally, what kind of operation you will perform? Like you will do select query, you will do insert query, you will do delete query, you will do update query. So generally this kind of operation you will perform. Okay. So for that purpose only, we will learn some basic of SQL. So if you remember our last class, then I explained like what is database and then what is schema. Okay. And inside schema, we create tables. Okay. Table is like storage where we store the records. Okay. So in table, we can store multiple record by using insert query. Okay. Let me open that insert query again. This one is insert query. Okay. So in insert query, what exactly we do? This is the keyword insert into. Okay. This is the keyword. And then
Uh,
we need to
Hi,
give
we
table
are not
name.
able to see your screen. Sorry
Okay.
to interrupt.
Let's say we have student table. So we'll give student table name. And then what all columns we have inside
Ravi,
the
sorry to interrupt, Ravi.
table.
We are
Okay.
not.
So we need to give the column name. This particular field is optional. If you want, you can give. If you want, you
Hey,
can skip this
excuse
part.
me. Can you hear me?
But only
Excuse
one
me.
thing you need to keep in mind. If you will skip this part, then whatever.
Hey, excuse me. Can you hear?
1 minute.
Can
Someone
you
is
hear me?
saying, yes, 1 minute.
Screen. Please share screen.
Okay. So hope my, so let me recap this part. So this is the query to insert record into table. Okay. Let me do one more thing. So last time we seen this is the database. Inside database, you can create multiple schema. Okay. And inside schema, you can create tables. And inside table, we will store the data. Okay. So table has two part. One is table name, that is student table name. And then it has column also. Okay. It has multiple column and each column will hold different kind of data. Or each attribute will hold different kind of data. So you can see here what all attributes this table has: name, role, email, phone, address. Okay. So whenever we do write this insert query, okay, we define all this column name. But as I mentioned, it's optional. If you will put as a optional, like if you will not pass this column name, then by default order will be same what you can see in table. Okay, but if you put like this, you can change the order. Okay, name, after name we have role, so you can put role as a first and then name as a second. So you can put this as a first and MuleSoft as a second. Okay, this thing you can do only if you are giving the column name also. But if you are not giving the column name, by default it will take same order what you have in table. Okay, you cannot change the order. You have to pass the value in this order only if you are not passing the column name. Hope everyone clear. Okay, then column name, then keyword. This is keyword. Okay, values, and then you need to pass all the value based on the data type. Like if it is integer, then you can see we are passing 1. If it is string, we are passing inside the double inverted comma or single inverted comma. Okay, so let me show you one example. Let it be. So I have another place where we can do. There is no table. So first let me create one table. So I told you like database has two part: database manipulation language and database definition language. So just now I did actually this is like they are giving the graphical interface to perform the database definition language. Like I defined the table. Okay, I created one table here. Okay, so this is part of database definition language, but this particular tool is giving us graphical interface to perform that without writing query. Okay, we have another way we can write the query to create the table. But here I use the graphical way to create the table. But this part you don't need to worry. Okay, you know, like this part will be taken care by database team. Okay, as a Mulesoft point of view, you should know how to perform the insert like DML query, database manipulation language query. Okay, so first query we will do, we will insert the data. So here we have table student and we have column name, role, email, address. Okay, name, role, email, and address. Let me put inside single inverted comma. Insert into student. So here to perform this query, what you need to do, you need to go to so what is query here? Insert into student. What all column we will insert? Name, role, email, address, and value will be Mulesoft for name, role for one, sorry, one for role, Mulesoft at the rate of Gmail for email, Kolkata for address. Okay, now we will execute, go. Okay, so it's saying Mulesoft at the rate of gmail.com is incorrect value. Incorrect value.
Ravi, Dharmesh
You
here.
made no, you made
You have changed the, you are created with the integer.
Incorrect
Ravi,
integer value. Mulesoft.
no, you
Oh,
are
email
created
we
with
took as an
integer. You are
integer.
trying to insert.
Okay, by mistakenly I take an email as an integer, so I need to correct it. So how we will do this? I need to go to table. Need to go to structure. Okay, you can see this email address, everything came as an integer. So I need to change it to string. We have name as a varchar 200, as a integer, email as a varchar. Varchar means a string value, okay, character value of size 200. And then we have address varchar 200 means string value. Okay, now everything is fine. Okay, so now I will go to SQL query. We'll write same query. Okay, insert into student table. Column name is this, and values are this. Okay, so one row inserted successfully. If you want to see, then go to this and go to browse option. Here you will able to see name is Mulesoft, role is 1, email is this, address is this. So one row inserted successfully. Now what I will do, let me try to insert more records. So this time I will name is this, roll number is this, okay, and address. Okay, so we inserted value, name this, roll number this, okay, email this, address this. Okay, now click on go. So this row inserted successfully. Now again browse. You can see here second row inserted successfully. Okay. So in this way, like you can insert record into table. Anyone has any query in this insert query? Hope everyone clear on this part. Yeah. Now, if you, so what I did so far, I inserted data into database. Okay. Now I want to retrieve the data from the database. Okay. Many times you will have this kind of requirement. In MuleSoft, you need to fetch some data from the database and then perform rest of the operation on those data. Okay, many times you will have requirement from MuleSoft, you will insert data into database. Like you will get data from the some other source, like maybe it's a REST API call, or it's some other system from where you are getting data and you are inserting data into database. In that case, in database, like you will write database connector, you will write this insert query. And many times you will have requirement in MuleSoft. You will retrieve data from the database, and whatever data you will get from the database, you will perform some operation on those data, or you will pass that data to some other system. Okay, so on those kind of requirement, you need to write the select query. Okay, so for select query, what you can do here, syntax will be select. First, I am writing star from table name. Here, you can give star or you can define any one column or two column or multiple column. If you are giving star means you are retrieving all the column. Okay, so let's see. Here, again, I will go to SQL. It's already there. Select star from student. Okay. Here you can see we are retrieving all the column from the database, all the records from the database. If you are writing select star from table name, then we are retrieving all the record having all the columns, okay, from the database. If you want to fetch only few column, okay, let's say I want to retrieve data from the student table, but I want only name and roll number. So here you will write select name, comma, student. So what it will do, it will fetch all the record, but it will fetch for each record, it will fetch only name and roll number. Okay, now let's execute this. So you can see here now it fetched all the record, like we had two records, so it fetched all the record and we got only name and roll number. Okay. So based on our need, whenever you will perform any operation, like you from Mulesoft, whenever you will perform any operation on database, so sometime you need to retrieve all the columns or all the attributes from that table, and sometime you need to fetch, like you might need only one or two column from this from that table. Okay, so unnecessary, we should not retrieve or fetch all the column from the table, since whatever data you will fetch in your Mulesoft application, it will consume some space, it will consume some memory, it will consume some CPU. Okay, and that will increase or like that will impact the performance of your API. So whenever you are developing any API, if you are performing any operation on database, if you are fetching data from the database, then you need to fetch only required data which you need to achieve your business logic. You should not fetch all the records from there. You should not fetch all the column from the table. You should fetch only those column or record which is required for your business logic. Okay. So this part is done. Now here, as I mentioned, you should fetch only required column or attribute. At the same time, you should fetch only required record only. You should not fetch all the record. So for that, you can write the where clause. Okay, let's say here we have two record, but I don't want both the record. I want only those record where I want only one record where roll number is one. Okay, for to achieve my business logic. Okay, let's say I am doing some operation for the customer, for the student whose roll number is one. Okay, so if I want only data for the student having roll number one, then why I will fetch for roll number two. But our current query, like what query we have written at this moment, it will fetch roll number one and two both, but I don't want roll number two. So to achieve those things, we can write the where clause. So what will we write? Here we can write the condition where equals to. So what it will do now, it will fetch only student record. And let's say I want all the column. I want name, role, email, address, everything. So select star from student where roll equals to one. So you can see here, it fetches the student detail having roll number one. Now for other case, I want student having roll number two. So it fetches the record having roll number two. Okay, let's say I have, let me do one thing. Let me write the insert query again. Okay. Now go to, so here now we have three record. First record having name Mulesoft roll number 1, second name developer guide roll number 2, and third name guide and roll number 3. So we have three records here. Now what I want for my business need, okay, like for the like in Mulesoft, whatever business we are writing there. So what we need to do, we need to retrieve all the student from the Kolkata location, whose address is Kolkata, and we need to perform some operation on those record. Okay, so here I need all the student having address Kolkata. So how we will write that query? Select star from student where address. So you can see here, now we have two record. First having name user roll number 1, second having name guide roll number 3, and you can see for both of them address is Kolkata. So as per our query, whatever condition you will write here, based on that condition, it will retrieve the record. Okay, you can write one condition, you can write multiple condition also. If you want to write multiple condition, either you need to use and or. Or means any one of the condition will match, and means both whatever condition you will write, both the conditions should meet. This way you will perform the select query. So insert is there, select query is there. Select one, this one. You can also follow this website and you can do more practice. Now, if there is any record, I want to update the record. So now what I want to do, so here we have three record, okay? One is Mulesoft, this one. So what I want for, like we have moved our office from Kolkata to, let's say this student, like a school has moved from Kolkata to some nearby location. Okay, let's say it moved from Kolkata to Patna. Then what I need to do, I need to update this address of all these students from Kolkata to Patna. Okay, in that case, what we need to do, we need to write the update query. Okay, so how we can write the update query? So this is the syntax. Date table name. What is our table name? Student. Set column. Okay, which column I want to set? Address. Value will be Patna. And where? Condition. What is our condition here? Where address equals to Kolkata. So as per our query, what we are doing here, we are updating for each student. We are updating address from Kolkata to Patna. So syntax will be, this will be keyword, update will be keyword, this will be table name, and then set is again keyword. And what I want to set, address equals to Patna. Okay. For like there will be multiple records. So you want to perform for all the record or you want to do for any specific record. If you want to do it for a specific record, then you need to give the where condition. Where address equals to Kolkata. So what it will do, Okay, let me do one thing. First, let's select click on this update. Actually, this one is taking their own syntax. Update student set this Patna where is equals to you have an error in SQL syntax. Check the manual that was. Then let me try to do one thing. Set. Oh, sorry. Where this one should not be there. Set address Patna where address equals to Kolkata. Okay. So here you can see two row got affected. Okay. Now if I go to browse data, so you can see here address is changed from Kolkata to Patna. Okay. In this way, we can perform the update query. Okay. So at this moment, you can see everywhere we are passing the static data. But when we will start working on Mulesoft, I will show you how we can pass the dynamic data. Okay. Since there can be different input when someone will call your API. Okay. Whenever someone will call your Mulesoft API, there will be different input. So we cannot hard code this value, Patna or Kolkata, whatever we have. So what we need to do, we need to pass the dynamic data. So we'll see when we will work with MuleSoft. At that time, I will show you how we will pass all this as a dynamic value. Okay. Now let's say I want to update all these address. No matter it's what is existing address, I want to update all the address to Patna. Okay. So in that case, we need to remove the I want to update all the address as a India. Update student set address equals to India. We don't have any condition. So what it will do, whatever records are there for all the record, it will update the address. You can see 3 rows got affected. Now all the address is India only. This way, what we can do, we can perform the get query. Now next, we will see delete query. Okay. What I want to do, I want to delete any particular record or I want to delete all the record. Okay. So what I want query will be, this will be keyword delete from table name and then where condition. What I want to delete, where role equals to. So I want to delete the record having roll number equals to 3. So once I will perform this, so you can see one row deleted. Now if I go to browse data, you can see now we have only roll number 1 and 2. If I want to delete all the records from here, then here delete from student. Simply no need to write any where clause. Delete from student. We had like 2 more rows there. Now all the okay, no data here. So the data deleted from this particular table. So based on this query and all, whatever we have seen, We need to do lots of things in Mulesoft whenever we will connect with database. Okay. Here I just given you high level overview of what is database. Okay. We store the data. What is the structure of storing the data? What is table? What is column? And like operation we can perform, we have seen what we use very frequently, like insert, update, delete, select. Okay. So those kind of thing we will use in our MuleSoft coding. Okay. At this moment, just you need to understand it on high level. Hope everyone clear till this point. Yeah. So for today, we can end our session here only. Okay. And slowly, like we will keep doing more practice on this database part. Okay. I will give you some assignment also to write some insert query, write some update, delete query. Okay. Those kind of assignment also I will give. And parallelly, we will start learning the JSON payload also. Okay. So from tomorrow class, we'll give you some assignment and you need to work on the JSON payload. Okay. So like you need to learn the JSON payload, structure of JSON and XML payload, how like different kind of JSON or XML payload you can create. So those things we will learn. Okay. And thanks for today. Let's connect tomorrow. Okay. And okay, if you are already here, then yeah. So like planning wise, we have covered the SQL. We will go with JSON and then slowly XML, then some part of Java also, basic of Java, and then we will basic of MuleSoft. Okay, we will start from very scratch. Okay, we will start from what is MuleSoft, what is the use of MuleSoft, why we use all those things we will cover, and then slowly we will take each one component and we'll do detailed study of those component and we'll do POC. Okay, same for data weave also, and then we will go for advanced concept. In advanced concept, like in we will implement while whatever we will learn about this component and connector, using those component connector and following this project development life cycle, we will create one project. Okay. And then second project you people will do as a assignment. This will be very important part which will give you confidence. You learn the MuleSoft. Okay. And then we will have interview preparation, like I will prepare you for interview and will help you for mock interview part also. Will help you in this part. Yeah, we can do parallelly also. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Yes, if you have anything, can you put in chat? Yeah, I think maybe you just did it. Okay, fine. Thanks everyone.